This is going to be to make fuel. We're trying to do 2 different forms. We're trying to do biodiesel from waste vegetable oil, and then later on I'm going to get a centrifuge and start recycling actual waste motor oil. You can thin it out a little bit and then you can burn it in old engines. Not any of the new engines because it will destroy them, but you can run biodiesel. So 2 different strategies. And we have a cement mixer, which I bought actually to tumble like aluminum cans and recycle them so I could clean them, and I never actually used it. So that's gonna go there too. I'm going to Freedomistan. We call it the ranch.
No, I'm just saying, like, it burns like a girl.
So we lived, like, the first time I was living here, some of the food is expired. Wait, don't include that part.
I can't get it. I'm through up. It's just wrong, man. It's just wrong. Look at that and you'll understand.
I don't know what you're talking about. He doesn't like quinoa, that's why.
Comment below if you think this is food.
Sympathetic comment for you. Thank you for doing that for me.
It burns my heart. I hate when people try to high five and people lead them straddling.
Well,
you've seen it sadder when like little kids like wave to strangers and the strangers don't wave back.
No, this is a barrier.
I can't handle it, dude.
It makes me sad.
Well, it would be okay. That would make sense if I hadn't established my boundaries like 10,000 times and said no.
Should I just be 14 like Jaden
Is it my fault? Is it because of what I'm wearing?
Kravitz?
Yeah.
I had it coming.
Oh boy.
Yeah. There you go. Just make sure it's not fucking up your shot.
That's what I'm saying. I need to look at Nick now and see if it's doing anything to his.
Nick looks pretty good. Nick. Little insert behind the scenes.
Yeah, it doesn't affect his light too much, so he should be fine.
Nick looks pretty good. Look at him.
He does. What should the ones in the non-gel lights be? Do we have those the same? Yeah, we have everything at 32.
I would probably do everything 32 except for, like, so if it's on the face, 32, and then on the back, 56 or something.
Let's take one more look at you. That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't see a, I mean, there's
like,
there's a slight hot spot.
Shiny spot there.
Up there, but not super bad.
That's because I'm always a little moist.
Maybe you should stop drinking so much coffee and get more sleep.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Sleep is for the.
This is very.
Well, this isn't the right kind of outfits.
Good.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I'm stealing it. Oh, this is a half drink energy drink.
That's mine.
Gross. You're just slowly moving in here, aren't you?
Basically.
Like, oh, that's my underwear. Sorry about that.
Basically.
My God, what's up? I am co-writing the verses for Pain. We've got the pre-choruses and the choruses, but the verses need something else, and I'm really pumped to do this. However, it's common in songwriting, at least for me, to once you hear like verses, it's really hard to unhear stuff. So right now I'm trying like I know I want to change the melody and condense some of the words, but I'm trying to forget what Tim wrote. It's kind of tough. But I'm very confident. They weren't along, you know, I've had songs where we've had try to change the words after like years, and it's like really tough, but this shouldn't be too hard. I think it's gonna come along really good. But right now, until I figure that out, I'm just doing some harmonies. So that's what you may have heard when you crept in and surprised me. Probably gonna do one more serious take, see what I can grab from that. I'll just keep this take right down here. Name it Trash. Just kidding. Laugh at my own joke. It's that time of day.
That this is the start of a new era of education.
Yes.
You know, like school choice is going to be one of the huge things we talk about in this race.
We should bring Corey Angeles back. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. You were
he's
talking
amazing.
about. Oh, okay, what was that bill you're planning on passing when you get into office?
Well, there's a couple. I mean,
Okay.
school choice is going to be something I push for really hard because
Okay.
school choice, I feel like, is the civil rights issue of this
Yes,
generation.
it's
Like,
bipartisan.
you look at every single problem we have in this country, whether it's crime or you look at outcomes that are differentiated by minority groups and whatever. Every single one of these can be solved to some degree by school choice.
Yes.
Cultural issues, which is really the stuff that I care about the most. You know, if you look at just the family in America, you want that to be stronger. You want that to really be the bedrock of our country again. Then give people the option to stay home with their kids and teach them. And with school choice, with no strings attached by the government, because I want it to be no strings attached, where you truly get the money that follows the child, and the parent can say, you know what, I want to stay home with my kids.
Right.
And now we have the money to be able to pay for that, for me to be able to take that time to stay home, and use that money to pay for your house the same way that you pay for school, you know?
Right.
And I think if you do that, you're going to empower families to do something that will really do great things for kids. Because you just look at the social emotional outcomes of kids if they're home with a parent.
Right.
Yeah, this sounds cool.
Miles away higher.
Hugely
I mean,
different.
so much better.
Yeah,
for a
it's
kid.
wonderful. And I do think that you're right. And the cultural stuff is definitely where my focus is too,
Yeah.
because I know that you can't make a significant change to something like abortion without going at the cultural level.
Yeah.
It has to be,
It has to be
very
cultural.
individual. It has to be
100%.
families.
Yep.
It has to be cultural enforcement to be like, it's not cool to get an abortion. It's not a good idea. You don't have to do it. Because, you know, people get married or whatever. So that I don't think we can change. Like, we can't.
You have to change the culture first.
Right,
You have to change the
exactly.
culture first if you want broad acceptability around it, you know?
Right.
But beyond that, the other thing that we're going to be working on, and I've already started talking to other members about, is how you do a child exploitation bill, like basically a let's protect children bill, and then make the Democrats vote against the we're going to protect children bill. But the reality of it will be centered around how you stop all of the exploitation that's being pushed on kids in schools.
Even more than Florida's bill.
More than Florida's, because to be
not-
honest, what's funny about it is like they make this big deal about Florida's bill. I actually think it's a
not
little bit
enough.
weak.
Yes, exactly.
Like you could
Yeah.
at least go to 5th grade, if not further, with it.